Okay, beautiful. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the energy clearing meditation. The reason for this little clearing and meditation session was really just about when I was tapping into some of the energies and that and things that were happening on the planet. And, you know, we've had a lot going on over the past year, and it's been really easy at times for people to go into reaction and fear, drama, you know, all of that sort of thing. And, you know, I was just really watching this play of energy between how people were kind of trying to get their message out in the world. Like there seemed to be this line drawn between people who believe one thing and people who believe the other, you know, like, oh, everyone should be wearing their masks. And, you know, some people were very, very verbal about that, you know, people who weren't doing that were doing the wrong thing, etc. And then the people on the other side of the fence are like, why is everyone so stupid wearing their masks, blah, 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 and all of that story. And that's just one example. There were many, 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 and still are. And what I really started to see was any time that we go into the rightness or wrongness of what others are doing or what's happening on the planet, we create separation between us and others. And what we can instead do is to just be in allowance of everything that's happening on the planet and to be in allowance of other people's choices and beliefs and points of view and opinions. Because in this reality, we've kind of been taught to be right, that we have to be right, that we've learned something so that we can get the right answer. We're trained that if we do the right thing, we'll get a reward. And it's all about teaching us to be right, so that when we connect and communicate with others, there's this underlying desire to be right, that we want our opinion to be right, that we want to get our point of view across to others so that others can see that we're right. And it, as I said, it just creates this separation between us and anyone else. And the other thing was that I really kind of tapped into is just shouting your message out across social media or whatever it is, whether it's connecting with people in a group and a gathering, or, you know, however it is that you communicate and share your message. If you are trying to shout louder than everyone else, you're not being heard, because we all know what it's like when someone's trying to sell us something, right? You know, their opinion, you should do it this way, etc. There's resistance because we don't necessarily believe that, we don't necessarily resonate with that, and nobody really likes to be told what to do. Quite often we like to discover things in our own way, to form our own opinions, etc. So if we're out there and we're first of all putting down someone else, or we're trying to get our opinion across and be right, or we're you know, just trying to shout from the rooftops that, you know, this is how things should be, as I said, we create that separation. We try to make others wrong so that we're right. And then the whole thing just spirals round and round and round, and no one gets anywhere. No one's really listening to anyone else because everyone's too busy shouting, and nothing changes. And any time we are in resistance to something going on around us, we're actually adding energy to that. So if you were you know, very much believe that you know, this pandemic is a conspiracy, or you know, that line of thinking, and there's no right or wrong, this is just using this as an example, and you how do I explain this, you are trying to get others to see that, you know, this is what's happening, you need to wake up. what people do is they'll either align and agree. So you will attract others that kind of resonate with that message. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. That's great. And then there'll be others that resist and react to that, who put up their barriers and say, that's crazy. I don't believe any of that. And the same for any side of the argument. So when you create resistance or reaction or alignment or agreement with something, you fuel that energy. Doesn't matter if you resist and react, doesn't matter if you align and agree, you buy into that story and you add energy to the very thing that you oppose. So I was thinking about this the other day and I thought, well, what can we do to create change without going into that who's right, who's wrong, without aligning and agreeing on resisting and reacting? What do we do to help create change on the planet? And what I came up with, I kind of looked at, you know, the way I handle things, the way I approach this sort of situation, which is not necessarily the right way, but it's just the way I use. So I thought I'd share some of that with you, and just as a potential for a different possibility, and just to give you something to think about to see if this resonates with you. And some of you guys are probably doing this stuff already as well, so or versions of it. So my thought was, first of all, when I saw all of this stuff happening, I cleared some energy within myself. So anywhere that, you know, I felt a reaction to what I was seeing around me, like, you know, why do people do that? Can't people just be kind to each other? You know, whatever the stuff going on in our head is, to clear that energy and just get ourselves out of that space where we're functioning from that right and wrong, and we're functioning from that point of view. Because if we were truly in allowance of others, then there's no need to judge what anyone else is doing. We can be in a total allowance of their choices. We can be in total allowance of them as infinite beings, and we can allow them to have their own point of view and us to have our point of view. And even if they're completely different, that's okay. In fact, the greatest kindness that you can give someone else is to truly be in allowance of who they are, to accept them exactly as they are, without any desire for them to change, without any need for them to be anything different than they are. And that even means people who are doing something that is distasteful to you, that is completely against your thoughts and beliefs and your morals even. If we can allow ourselves to be in allowance of these things, we create space for change on the planet. So what I wanted to do today was, let's do some energy clearing and let's do a little meditation. So what I'm going to get you to do is just kind of feel into everything that's happening on the planet at the moment in regards to the COVID stuff and the regulations and restrictions, how it's impacted you, what you're seeing in the world, what you're seeing going on around you in your circle of friends, or through social media, or through work, or anywhere that you interact with others. And anywhere that you have taken on other people's points of view, and anywhere you've aligned and agreed or resisted and reacted to other people's points of view, can we release all of that? Just let it all go, let it all go, let it all go. And anywhere that you've bought other people's reality as real and true for you, can we release all of that? Letting that all go, letting it all go, letting it all go. And all the lies, in fact, all the judgments, agendas, inventions, and lies creating that, can we release all of that as well? Just letting it all go, letting it all go. And just taking a nice deep breath. And just feeling all that energy, feeling anywhere that's still in your body, feeling anywhere that you still, if there's, whatever any emotions, fears, doubts, anger, whatever it is coming up. Just also asking, is the energy yours? And anywhere that it's not yours, just return it to sender. Send it all back, let it all go. Send it all back, let it all go. And a lot of people have a problem about sending it back. It's like, oh, we should send it to the light. Well, actually, if you send it back to whoever it belongs to, it creates the space for them to potentially choose something greater for themselves. So it's actually a kindness to them to allow them the honor of actually clearing their own energy, because they're infinite beings too. They have the same ability to do that you do. So just noticing what you feel in your body now, thinking about everything that you've been witnessing on the planet, looking at how the government is handling things, how the impact of different organizations and corporations, etc., on what's happening, how people in the street are reacting to all of this, how people are treating each other. Just allow yourself to feel into all of that. And anywhere that you've taken any of that on as yours, anywhere you've made yourself responsible for any of that, and anywhere that you felt that you had to be the spokesperson for that energy, can we now release all of that, return it all to sender, let it all go. Let it all go, let it all go, let it all go. And one of the things you can do that after you clear the energies that come up is to just ask, what contribution can I be here? What contribution can I be here? Because when you're in that space of contributing to something, to allowing change, which is basically what we're doing here today, we're just allowing ourselves to contribute without having a point of view about what's right and what's wrong. We're just saying, hey, let's contribute some energy to this and let's see what change we can create through contributing this energy. So as you go about your day, just ask, how can I contribute to this? And what happens is the minute you ask that question, the universe kind of does the heavy lifting for you. And what happens is your energy instantly contributes to whoever or whatever requires that energy. And in so doing, you instantly receive in equal measure. It's like that whole yin yang thing. So that very act of allowing yourself to be the contribution is an act of giving, and in that giving you automatically receive. So you don't even have to know how you contribute. You don't have to figure out what to do. Just asking the question allows it to happen spontaneously. All right, so just noticing all of that energy, if there's any energy still in your body. What we're going to do now is kind of let's just blast it. Let's do some 1, 2, 3s, and we're going to send this energy to the earth or to the universe, wherever this energy can be a contribution. So even though it may be a funky energy that you're feeling, remember that it's just energy, and the universe and the earth will be delighted to receive that and transform it in whatever way it requires. So let's do some 1, 2, 3s to shift all of this energy. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we want to get a little bit deeper with this. We want to really kind of wedgie out some of that energy. So we're going to frack the insanity. So fracking is not my alternative word for a swear word. It's fracking as in like they do with for oil. It's just a way to kind of energetically sort of put pressure on something so that it will kind of explode, release the pressure. And we're going to do this for the insanity. So the insanity is anywhere that people are buying into just the insanity of this reality. if we are functioning from that space of being infinite beings, we would not be buying into a lot of the drama on the planet. We would have more ease with everything that's going on, and we would have a different awareness, I think, of some of the the organizations, the politicians, all of those elements that are part of our society, that the decision makers, let's say. So we want to frack the energy around everything that's creating that in the way that it currently is. So just like we did for the 1, 2, 3s, we're going to just frack the insanity, and we're directing that energy towards all of the systems that are holding the insanity in place. So let's just frack the insanity. Frack, 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 frack. Awesome. So that kind of feels a little crazy, but damn, don't you feel lighter after doing that? Yeah, awesome. Okay, so now we've shifted some energy. How's everyone doing? Is anyone still feeling funky after we kind of connected with that energy? Is everyone feeling lighter? Anyone still have some heaviness? You can just pop it in the chat, or you can come off mute. Or are we all lighter, all feeling good? Yes, yes, beautiful. Okay, good. I'll take that we're all going good. All right, so now another way. Okay, so we've just looked. Sorry that I joined so late. Oh, that's fine, hun. No problem at all. Thank you for being here. So what we've done is we've connected with that energy a number of times to do the fracking, whatever you want, until you just feel that little bit of a shift. Cool. All right, so we connected with the energy that was kind of coming up around, what was going on. We did a few. We returned the energy to where it came from. Return it to sender. We did some 1, 2, 3s to shift the energy. We did some fracking to shift the energy. As I said before, asking the question, what contribution can you be to a situation, instead of diving in and fighting. Whenever we go in with that fighting attitude, we contribute energy to that which we do not desire. If you go in from that space of allowance and just being the contribution, that's where the change can start to take place. So next, let's do a little meditation. Let's just see if we can shift a little bit more energy as we go a little deeper with this. So just close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath. I'm going to get you just to lower all of your barriers. So for those who are new, that just means to all of your points of view, beliefs, judgments, conclusions, etc., just let them drop down into the earth. Just lower all of those barriers, let them all fall away, let them drop into the earth. And imagine just starting at the edge of your body and just allowing yourself, your awareness, to expand out a little way, about a foot, and just notice if you, the infinite being, are in that space, about a foot out from your body. So you feel that energy or that essence of you just about a foot away from your body. Beautiful. Just expand out a couple of meters, and just notice, are you the infinite being in that space? And expand out, expand bigger than the house you're in. And notice, are you the infinite being in that space? Beautiful. Keep expanding out, expand bigger than the country. And just noticing if you, the infinite being, are still in that space. And the word infinite gives it away, right? Keep expanding out, expanding your awareness, bigger than the planet. Keep going even bigger than the universe. And just really connecting with you that infinite being that is part of all that is connected to all that is. And just in that space, it's really difficult to judge someone else. It's really difficult to be in that space of lack of awareness, because in that space you're connected to all things. Every other person that you connect with, every animal, every plant, everything that is part of this universe, you are connected to in some way. We are one at our core. We have our own individuality, we have our own essence of who we are, but we also have that connection to all that is. So when you judge another, or when you fight against another, when you make someone else wrong, you basically are being unkind to them, but you're also being unkind to yourself. So everything that brings up, can we just release all of that, let it all go, let it drop into the earth, and lowering those barriers, expanding out, and just letting go of all the points of views that you have about what's happening on the planet. Everywhere that you've bought into, this is right or this is wrong or this should happen or that should happen, just let it all go. And anywhere that you bought those points of view from other people, so they're not even yours, can we release all of them? Send them all back. Just letting go of everything that you think is right or wrong about this situation. Just letting all that go. Letting it go, letting it go. Letting go of the need to change others or change the world. Letting go of the need to do that. And just allowing yourself to be an allowance of everything as it is on the planet. Because in truth, everything is in divine order. There is no right or wrong. We are just here as infinite beings experiencing, going through that physical part of living in this reality, and the ascension of Earth and ourselves, really. But it's all kind of in slow-mo. If it happened really fast, we'd miss it, right? So we're just walking through it. We're walking through that ascension in consciousness. Letting go of all the judgments of yourself, anywhere you've made yourself wrong in all of this, letting all that go. And letting go of all the fear and all the doubt and all the drama and all the trauma and all the challenges that you've had to face, letting it all go, letting it all drop into the earth, letting it all go. And letting go of everything that is not you. Everything you've bought from others, let it all go, let it all go. And just start to really allow your awareness of what is happening on the planet to expand. Just allow yourself to be in that space of seeing the big picture, not just the human perspective, but really seeing the grandness and the beauty and the magnificence of what is happening on the planet. Even if at times it is uncomfortable, or we don't understand it, or we think that it is wrong, or it doesn't look like it should. Just letting all of that go and just allowing yourself to be an allowance of it all. And just really getting a sense of who you are beyond this reality. And just expand into that energy. Expand out, bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger, and lower all of your barriers. And just feeling into that essence of who you really are, and just feel your light shine. That inner spark, that essence of who you are, just feel that shining out. That's the gift that you be in the world. That's the gift that you have to offer this planet, this reality. All you ever have to do is just be you. You know, people chase around so much trying to find their purpose or, you know, do all this busy work, save the planet. But all that is actually required is that you just be you. You just be in complete allowance of yourself and what you have to offer the world, and know that it is enough, it is good enough. Because when you're really tapped into you and being you, and when you're willing to show up as you, no matter what's happening, that's what creates the change on the planet. That's what inspires others to be their best self, not yelling at them, not trying to change their mind or put your point of view or beliefs on them. That just causes people to shut down and resist. Being you is the gift that you came here to share with everybody you come into contact with, your family, your friends, workmates, people you meet. Being you is the gift that you give to all of them. And the more you can show up as you in everyday life, that's what creates the change on the planet. And just allowing yourself to really, as you're kind of connecting with that essence of you and shining forth that essence of you, just allow yourself to tap into the awareness, the consciousness, the mastery that you have gained through every lifetime that you've ever lived. Just allow the awareness of that to just be there for you. And allow that to shine forth as part of who you are. Allow yourself to really tap into that. And when you're in this space of just being you, with your barriers down, expanded out, there's no force, there's no resistance. You're just being you. Okay, now what I'm going to get you to do is just imagine that unconditional love is now pouring down from the heavens. So for those of you who've done theta with me, you can take yourselves up to Creator and do the unconditional love healing. For those who haven't done that, just imagine that unconditional love is pouring down from the heavens, from Creator, universe, God, source, whatever word you like to use. Just imagine that unconditional love and light is pouring down, and it's coming down through your crown chakra. And it comes down through your crown chakra, and it starts to fill every single cell in your body. And it starts to wash away all of the pains and struggles and challenges, all of the fears and doubts, all of the energies that don't belong to you. It just starts to wash all of that away. And just allow that to go through your whole body, washing away all that no longer serves you, letting it all go. Letting it all go. And as that washes away, just allowing that energy to keep flowing in even more and more, and just filling every cell until every cell is kind of shiny and new and just full and light and energized and filled with love and filled with that essence of creator. And just letting it seep into all of the spaces and all of the places. Within you, where you're willing to receive it. Just allow yourself to receive even more, even more. You cannot have too much of this energy, and you can have as much as you desire. There is an infinite amount of it in the universe, so you can receive as much as you're willing to. And keep receiving even more, even more, even more. And now noticing that as you feel completely filled with this energy, that you have so much to gift others with. So while your energy remains full, those cells remain full, now you're going to also feel that energy come down through your body, and now it's going to also flow out across the whole planet, across the universe, to anywhere, anyone, anything that this energy can contribute to. You don't have to know what it is. Just allowing yourself to receive for yourself and gift to others. You don't have to know where, how, what, why. The universe takes care of all of that. Creator takes care of all of that. Bringing this unconditional love energy in and flowing it out, shining it out, and just allowing it to contribute in any way, shape, or form that it will be a contribution. And just taking a moment as that's happening, taking a moment to just be aware of the other people on the planet, that the connection that you have with others. Any time that you judge another for their choices, their opinions, their points of view, you actually judge yourself. So just allowing all of those judgments of yourself or others to wash away. Let it all float into the earth, letting it go, letting it go. Keep bringing that energy in through your body, the beautiful unconditional love, letting it flow out to wherever it's required. And letting it be okay for those who don't choose to receive the energy, and for those who choose to stay unaware, and for those who are in fear, and for those who love the drama of everything that's happening on the planet. Just letting it be okay for them to choose that. To allowing yourself to be in allowance of their choice, and send love and healing out across the planet to everyone who is willing to receive it. And just tapping into the brilliance of this earth creation, what we're doing here on the planet, what we're experiencing together, all of the amazing and beautiful souls that have chosen to experience this with us, whether we know them or not. Just taking a moment to really consider the vastness and the brilliance of what we're all doing here together. It kind of seems silly to separate ourselves from others when you have this expanded sense of connection to all things. It just seems ridiculous to not be an allowance of someone else. It seems ridiculous to align and agree or resist and react to someone else's point of view, because we're all one, we're all part of the same essence. And take a moment to really have an awareness of all of the joys and challenges that we've experienced together, for better or for worse. We've chosen it for some reason. And let's have a little gratitude for all of that. Just the very fact that we're here on this planet at this time, very, very pivotal time on the planet, that we chose to be here, every single one of us. We chose to experience it, and we chose to be a contribution in our own way. So I invite you, as you go forward from this point, to remember to be in allowance of others and yourself. To remember that no one else is right or wrong. They're just choices. They're just opinions. They're just points of view. And see how much you can be in allowance of those choices. Just recognizing, hey, this is a beautiful infinite being. This is an amazing person who's choosing to experience this reality. I don't agree with them, but that's okay. I honor their choices. And when you see something that you feel that you want to change, that you feel could use a little energy to create something different, something greater for us on the planet, do it from that space of allowing yourself to be the contribution. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Thank you for being the contribution with me. I invite you to watch this a couple of times. Maybe I'll put it on YouTube, or maybe I'll send a link. I'm not sure yet, but I'll make it available to you. Watch it again if some of this stuff is new to you, or for those who have a bit of a handle of what we're doing here. Use those tools, being a contribution, frack the insanity, do your 1, 2, 3s, shift some energy rather than buying into the trauma or the drama, all the other points of view, the judgments, blah, blah, blah. Shift some energy and be in that space of honoring and allowance for yourself and others. So take a lovely deep breath. Well, it was short and sweet tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being here. How's everyone doing? Would you like to just pop in the chat? How are you feeling? Are you all sleeping? Oh, we got a thumbs up. Nice one, Jenny. I like that. Relaxed. Beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful. Feeling awesome, ready to snooze. Good, relaxed, excellent. Thank you. Light and relaxed, beautiful. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for being here, guys. It's always an honor to work with you. Oh, you found chat, beautiful. Let me just type a quick message to Rosalie, who apparently had no sound. Oh, there's your message with 3 spelling errors. Good on me. Oh no, 2 spelling errors. I can't talk anymore. The energy's just made me all light and bubbly. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have an amazing night, and let's shift some energy. Let's create amazing change on the planet, and let's do it from that beautiful space of allowance and receiving and all of that yummy stuff. See you guys. Take care. Bye.